weapons. Let me just read the definition. Electronic harassment happens if somebody uses any electronic device to aid themselves in invading your person or your property for the purpose of gathering information illegally or for the purpose of causing harm. This is electronic harassment. This is the electronic harassment pages on my website, which you can go visit. It's, once again, it's bugsweeps.com, info electronic harassment, and there's a little box on the front page. One of the items that's on the front page, on the right, there is a modified microwave oven. So people say, well, you know, how can people get a hold of these energy weapons? You know, the government has all the energy weapons. Nobody has energy weapons. Well, guess what? If you have a 1,200-watt microwave oven in your home, and you peel the side of the oven open, which I had a case where these people did that. They were got in a conflict with their neighbors. And what they did is they peeled the microwave open on the side, and then they went, and this is a diagram that you can see on the internet, and they faced this weapon through the walls. And microwaves go right through the walls like they weren't there. So they radiated the next apartment and the next two apartments down. Each apartment, the people were getting sicker and sicker. And after I did this story, I talked about it on Coast to Coast. I had these people call me up and say, well, can you send me the plans? Oh, man, I tell you, you know, and it fries you what it does. And first of all, let me just say something about microwave. Isn't it a little odd? They say, don't even operate the microwave or don't even stand near close to the microwave when it's operating because it's unhealthy.
Viewers out there to let you guys know how microwave radiation works in comparison to Apple's new AirPods Pro. I'm right next to the microwave and look at it, 300 to 400 milliwatts per meter squared. All right, there you go, right there, 450 milliwatts meter squared, almost 500, and that's a centimeter away. I'm gonna put it really close, and it's broke the meter. So if you look on the WHO's website, the World Health Organization, in public exposure limits, maximum public safety exposure, it has microwaves to go up to 0.5 watts, which is 500 milliwatts. So the highest amount of radiation this fella could leak is 500 milliwatts. An AirPods Pro is designed to go between your ears. It's going similar levels to a friggin' microwave on full blast. So you have to be like this. This is life with an AirPods Pro.
Well, here you got this klystron tube that's in it, and what it does is it puts 2.4 gigahertz into the food, and it vibrates the molecules at this frequency. And so once the food comes out, it's secondary emission. The heat coming off the food is 2.4 gigahertz. And then you take this food and you throw it down your throat into your digestive tract. Number 2 cause of death in America. First is heart attack. What's the second one? Digestive tract cancer. In 1980, when I did the research, and there's a doctor called Dr. Hertel that did the original research on it. It was out of Sweden because that's where the original microwaves came from. And he did the research and he found it was terrible for rats. I mean, it was horrible for everything. The original microwave company was thinking he'd come up with a great report. He says, look at this, it's killing my rats. And they said, oh, well, thank you for the report. That's all we need. We'll take the report now. But he ended up releasing the report and they put him in prison. The report's still around. And so what happens is microwave vibrates molecules in a whole different way than human beings have been eating food for the billions of years we've heated over a fire. It's a whole different dynamic. And when I read all the information myself back in 1980, I lifted my microwave up and threw it in the dumpster. And I had to, and now I have to go to these places like Denny's if I'm on the road. I said, well, do you microwave the food? And they'll say, oh, yeah. Well, I said, well, I don't want my food microwaved. You don't? Ask if you go to a restaurant whether they're microwaving your food and don't eat it. It's radiation, basically radiation.
I'm not sure what the percentages are, but most people have microwave ovens, cook a lot of food that way. Is that good?
It's the best way to kill yourself really, really fast. You can even do a test. Microwave water, let it go cold so you don't think the heat did it. And you have your flower pots, 2 flower pots with the same flower, bought at the same shop. And one you water with regular water, and the other you water with microwave water. The one you water with microwave water is dead in 3 to 7 days. The microwave is basically destroying every food value that's in the food and turning it into a toxin. So everything out of the microwave is highly toxic. And the food value is completely zero. So it doesn't really matter if you have a bowl of vegetable soup that you warm up in the microwave oven, or if you eat cardboard. It makes no difference, because the food value is not there anymore, and it also becomes toxic.
All right, today we're going to show you guys what a simple little printer can put out frequency-wise, RF. That's, of course, the meter stick to show you, to establish a standard, if you will. This right here is the ambient background noise that we got going on right now. The printer is currently unplugged. Okay, I just plugged it up. Here's the meter stick. So I turned the meter off. I'm going to turn it back on right here at point blank range, and then we're going to see what it goes down to at a meter. Now it's plugged up. Just going to hit this little power button right here. It's cycling right now. There we go. She's cooking now. She's looking for somebody. There's your meter stick. There's the printer. So right now I'm about 25 yards from the printer. So now at about 50 yards, the tapping sound is very light, but still present. So I'm still at 50 yards, and like I told you, I'm still hearing a faint sound. And what that kind of tells me is that no matter where you're at in your house, and no matter where that printer is at your house, you are getting some level of exposure. And just think about the most vulnerable people we have in our house. For me, instance, I have a chronically ill son. Most people have developing children, babies, toddlers, and so forth. These are things we got to think about.
There is nothing covered that shall not be revealed, neither hid that shall not be known. Therefore whatsoever ye have spoken in darkness shall be heard in the light, and that which ye have spoken in the ear in closets shall be proclaimed upon the housetops. And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that killed the body, and after that have no more that they can do. But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he hath killed hath power to cast into hell. Yea, I say unto you, fear him.